reality sets in, and we're here.
Respect isn't given, it's earned in blood.
Boxing King Media, we're out here in Leeds, Headingley Cricket Stadium. I'm guessing you've been here for cricket before, because you are a cricket fan, aren't you, Gareth?
I'm a cricketer. I played... Did I ever play around here? No, I didn't. But to be with the rugby league... is it the rugby league pitch here? Rugby league pitch, Headingley, and the cricket ground. And Headingley's a beautiful area. All that York stone, I think it is, around here. Absolutely amazing. Heart of Yorkshire. And you're a Yorkshireman, but a Yorkshireman by... You've got that accent, you know? Yorkshire born and bred, grit and determination, Boxing King Media, that's taken you to those million subscribers on your YouTube channel, and congratulations to you for that.
I do like you. I love it when you half taking the piss and half having a laugh. That's a good Yorkshire accent. But have you seen any England-Pakistan games here by any chance?
No, I haven't, but my dad brought me to see, in Botham's era, in the late 70s, we went to see a couple of test matches in that Aussie series, 78, is it? Maybe? 75. West Indies was 76, 75. Anyway, it was a team that had Boycott, Alan Knott, Ian Botham in his first Ashes series, and the Aussies had Jeff Thompson, Pascoe, Malone. Do you remember all these names or not? O'Keefe, the Chappells, Rod Marsh. And I remember, I know my dad took me to a test match at Trent Bridge. I think he brought me to Headingley as well.
Some fascinating memories there. Obviously, we're here for the bare knuckle event, which obviously you can see behind you. Big main event this Saturday, Paulie Malignaggi and Tyler Goodjohn. But before we talk about that, I know we've spoken about it before, but I just want to touch on the news that was released today about Ricky Hatton. Very sad news that I think the coroner's reports basically confirmed that he took his own life, which obviously it's sad. You know, I mean, I can't say much more than that. And obviously, it's like another double shock after the news that came out a few weeks ago. So just your initial thoughts on that, and just how you kind of reacted to that news.
Well, I'm going to be totally honest, 100% honest, and my thanks to Carol Hatton for extending the invitation. I love Carol and Ray and Ricky's family. 28-year association with the beautiful Richard Hatton, rest in peace. My friend, and a brilliant friend to so many of us. Carol had extended an invitation to me to go to the cathedral last week. I was actually away. I'd pre-booked. I was working in Singapore and I stayed in the Far East on holiday. To be honest, I didn't want to feel the pain of coming back and going through all that again, because genuinely I've been grieving for the last few weeks. And as I say, total honesty, I had heard that he had taken his own life. Many of us are obviously in the industry and we know many people, but the inquest is obviously open now today. And it's very sad to hear the way he went. I don't need to say it out loud. It was final. He clearly didn't want to go on anymore. It's so heartbreaking because we know how many people loved him. We know how much we loved him. We know how much he had to give and he gave. And yet, even with grandchildren and his children, with Millie and Campbell, who made such brilliant speeches at his memorial service, none of it was enough to stop him from wanting to enter into his eternal second, if you like, if I can put it that way, in as poetic a way I can put it. It's just very, very sad, Gul, because he leaves so many amazing memories behind for so many thousands of people. And as we saw at the memorial service, he reached out in the worlds of sport and entertainment and music and the common man, the every Joe and the every Josephine. And with the news this morning that he took his own life, clearly, by the manner in which it was laid out in fact in the open inquest, he wasn't messing around. He'd had enough. And I don't know philosophically or psychologically how someone gets to that place. Maybe we still don't understand it psychologically yet, because there was so much love for him. There's love for him right now with me and you talking about him. We've both got great memories of him. I covered his career from a very young man all the way to those mega fights, Kostya, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, when it didn't go his way, but afterwards doing the anniversary written pieces and interviews, working on DAZN with him, doing broadcasts with him. And even seeing him a few weeks ago, you did not know, even though he talked about it, there was something wrong. So support the Ricky Hatton Foundation. Hopefully other people will benefit from what happened to him by his own causation. It's a very, very sad moment. Very, very sad day.
Like I said, we could talk about it for as long as we want, but I think I'll leave it there. But one thing I will say is the way to remember Ricky Hatton was, and it's one of my favourite quotes from him, the way he seeked happiness was by making other people happy, and that's what made him happy. So it kind of tells you the manner of the man.
He was a giver and a pleaser. That's what's so sad, that when you think about how much love there is still for him, how much love there is out there provided by him, reciprocated towards him, it wasn't enough for him. And that's a very, very sad indictment on the way he's gone, I'm afraid. Very, very sad.
Indeed, and we're actually supporting the Ricky Hatton Foundation. I've teamed up with the J&M Memorabilia. If you want to go onto our Instagram page, there's a post on there where we're giving away a Ricky Hatton signed glove, which was only signed about 2 months ago. You've just got to follow the Ricky Hatton Foundation, follow the instructions on the actual post on the Instagram page at Boxing King Media. We're going to give the glove away to somebody once the numbers on the foundation page go up. So yeah,
funny, I've somewhere in my collection, I've got some Ricky Hatton stuff. I'm happy to donate it to you if you want to add it to your awards and rewards.
Very kind of you, Gareth. And we're here for Leeds, like we said there, a boxing legend. He used to call himself future legend, but he's a legend now. Malignaggi, a two-time world champion, fighting Tyler Goodjohn, who, it's fair to say he fought on the road. He was classed as a journeyman, but I understand in the bare knuckle game he's become a legend. So two legends of two different sports, kind of mixing it together.
Yeah, he's a very clever fighter, Tyler Goodjohn. I think to not mince my expressions, Paulie's got his hands full with that ungloved with Tyler Goodjohn, who's a slightly bigger man naturally. Paulie's been away from the bare knuckle game for 6 years. We last remember him training, of course, with Conor McGregor for his fight with Floyd Mayweather, that massive fight, and then out of that came the dispute and the fight that he ended up with Artem Lobov. Paulie's got a history of broken hands and a chin. Yeah, let's get Tyler in. Yeah. Tyler who spent 5 years slagging me off on social media. I'll tell a story. When was that on BKFC you fought 5 years ago or not?
Yeah,
was it? Yeah. 5 years ago, I helped them launch their press conference in the UK for the first event here. Tyler had a very bloody fight with someone. Knight, was it? No,
James Lilly.
The
one at Wembley,
The one at Wembley. It was a very bloody fight, wasn't it? And I wrote a
Yeah.
column in the Telegraph afterwards saying this should never be. This line was pulled out by everyone at the time. This sport should never be shown on mainstream TV.
Yeah.
Because at the time, the thought of it being on the BBC, I mean, you guys, you know how much admiration I've got for you anyway, but that one line was taken out of the whole column, which was saying about how this sport has come back, and it's the ancient form of bare knuckle fighting. Well, he spent the next 4 years. That was about 4 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely murdering me every time I appeared, or he saw me on social media, and I thought,
Put it on him now. This is your moment.
because the story you can if you want, but the weird thing is, when Tyler came back to BKB, and I'm now one of the talent guys on BKB, and I do commentary and post-fight interviews. I thought, oh no, they've re-signed him. When we run into each other at the fight hotel, he's going to give me absolute shit, and I'm going to have to explain that. And you know what? We actually spiritually and intellectually got on straight away, didn't we?
Well.
Weirdly.
Yeah. Look, I know, look, and obviously, I've got to understand that your job is to niggle a little bit as well, and I understand that. Do you know what I mean? That's why you are where you are.
Or
'Cause
give opinions.
You're willing to say what other people wouldn't say, and that, causes controversy, doesn't it? So I have to respect that. Me being a fighter, I'm very passionate about what I do. Very emotionally, very passionate.
And very brilliant, by the way. I think he's got his hands full against you, Paulie Malignaggi, by the way.
Yeah.
You've already predicted you're going to break him down and stop him, haven't you?
Look, as I just explained, like the one bare knuckle fight that he did have against Artem Lobov shit, for one. And two, it was in that silly circle ring over 2-minute rounds. This triangle over 3 minutes is a different animal. It's horrible in there. It's nasty. It's nasty in that your face is obviously bad, but it's nasty that like 15 minutes of bare knuckle, your hands are so swollen and then you're still having to pump that jab. It's horrible in there. So, and he doesn't know that, and he's stepping in to my game against someone who's, I'm very legitimate in this game. So I do have to respect the fact he's picked the fight against me, to be honest.
I want to say that I've now been involved for about 2 years with BKB, and I'm assisting in all the knowledge I've got from fight sports over a long time. And this guy is one of the reasons that sustains my fascination for what these guys do in a very ancient art form, because your backstory is so incredible, and you've battled through so many things in your life, haven't you?
Yeah.
I mean, your tattoos on your body tell a story that is 10 lifetimes almost. Yeah. And let's be honest, if it had not been for this sport, you might not be with us anymore.
Nah, definitely. It's I've been through a hell of a lot. I mean, look, was it 7 years ago now? I was English champion. I fought for the WBC International. Like, I was a bit of a staple on Sky Sports, to be fair. I'd fought on there like 4 or 5 times. Obviously, then I spoke about using saunas and salt baths on a podcast, and the British Boxing Board of Control revoked my license.
As opposed to giving you a £10,000 fine, which they gave to Chris Eubank Jr.
Yeah. So. Which, look, I understand I wasn't making them enough money and everything else, so they used me as an example.
Scapegoat.
And look, in a way, everything happens for a reason, because that's what guided me in the path of bare knuckle. I never would have went to America, I never would have lived in Miami and all that. So things happen for a reason, but I'm very resentful towards boxing, towards the industry of combat sport, and I feel like if I can use my name and that, and use what I've done in this sport, and just be a bit of a voice for the people that don't have a voice in combat sport. Do you know what I mean? That's my mission now.
One of the things that Boxing Key Media may not know, because I think it's one of your first times you come to a bare knuckle event, BKB 47 Leeds. It's live on Talk Sport on Saturday night from about 6 or 7 p.m. on the Boxing YouTube channel, on the live, of course. It's on Vice in America, Telemundo in Latin American speaking countries. You have boxed with gloves. This is ungloved. What are the qualities that you need to be a great bare knuckle boxer? Skill set and
I would
physicality.
say the biggest thing is the calmness in the chaos. Do you know what I mean? The pace in bare knuckle is very different to boxing, whereas boxing, obviously, you can... I actually made this mistake in my first bare knuckle fight. I went out there, sort of got behind my jab, was having a look, and the pace of it is just so different. It's essentially a street fight, really.
Chin. Yeah. And your resilience, your heart, your grit, your determination.
Yeah.
And you've got brilliant movement from the waist. Because he's an inside fighter, weirdly. He is, aren't you? Weirdly, you think the bare knuckle was standing off, but he's brilliant on the inside. It's where his greater skill set, and you've got great timing with that, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, look,
That's
again,
me praising you, but it's what you've got.
no, I mean that. To be fair, I think that's why most people sort of liked me in bare knuckle, because I took the boxing element into bare knuckle. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It went from being like the pub brawling people who were just swinging punches to, you know, using my shoulder, slipping, rolling. All of a sudden, you know, James Toney
The
of bare knuckle.
Mayweather of
you know?
bare knuckle. James
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah,
James
yeah,
Tony is a
yeah,
great
yeah, yeah.
better because you do like to
I like
pop
using
back,
the
don't
shoulder
you? And pop
and,
back.
you know, rolling. And I think, you know, people were like, "Oh, he's doing this in bare knuckle. This is pretty cool." So yeah, people sort of followed me from there, really. You know.
It's been a great.
Yeah, I just want to say, Saturday night we've got a card of 11 fights. There's one female fight at the beginning, 10 fights, which are going to be. It's so rapid. This fight could end in 30 seconds. It could end in. Is it a 4-round, 5-round?
5. Yeah.
5 threes.
5 3. Yeah.
5 threes. If it goes 5 threes, it's going to be a bloodbath. We've got some amazing fights on the card. We've got a champ possibility for Marco Martignac, who's number 3 pound for pound in the sport, as ranked by BKB, against number 8 Dan Podmore, who's the Bridgerweight champion. So you've got the Super Cruiserweight champion stepping up against the Bridgerweight champion. I think there's an argument that Martignac is actually the pound for pound number 1, even though he's 3 at the moment. Gustavo Trujillo, the heavyweight champion's number 2, and a guy called LT Smash Nelson is the number 1. He's got no cartilage in his nose. He's got a chin like granite, and he speaks like a choir boy, doesn't he? That, like this fella fighting Paulie Malignaggi and Joe Fitzpatrick against Scott McHughes from Leeds. The 3 top fights on the cards. This guy's in the main event. It can only deliver on Saturday night. I love you, mate.
Love you.
It's great to be here.
Last word with Tyler. You said earlier, obviously you made up with Gareth, but if you didn't make up with him, what would you have done to him? Tell me physically.
No, of course not. Look,
It'd be a tickling competition.
As I've said, look, I respect the fact that, you know, that's his job to bring
If
controversy.
he didn't.
Oh, we'd have to be rolling around, wouldn't we, on the carpet? For that red leather jacket of his.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. No, I'd be giving it over. I've already said to him I'm leaving it to him in my will anyway. So
For years, haven't you?
yeah, 30 years.
I
Yeah,
like it, I like it.
Yeah. I first had that jacket when I was your age. So
I think he's being polite when he says roll around. I think it literally would be one half a left hook, wouldn't it?
no, it would be me trying to throw the head kick. Hopefully he ducks, and by that time I'm out the door and into the cab and about 1,000 miles away. Please, no, he's absolutely brilliant. It's a pleasure. This man knows I mean this. It's a pleasure to tell his story. It's a pleasure to be around him, and it's a pleasure to help to bring my own knowledge from fight sports from a long time and understanding of what these guys do to a wider audience, because you guys deserve it.
Yeah,
you really
100%.
deserve it.
Yeah.
Tyler Goodjohn, I wish you all the best. Gareth, nice speaking to you at a different type of. We'll speak soon. Thank you very much.
You know, dreams do come true. Reality sets in. And, you know, we're here.
Respect isn't given, it's earned. In blood.